Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the Spankatron 5000 show with your host, Kelsey Todd.
Levels chat. Everyone has headphones, right? So.
That's right, he's a pro, he doesn't need them.
Only one channel works right now on the headphones, so you're going to hear it in just one side of your mouth.
What?
What?
Oh, okay. One side of your mouth.
You guys are doctors.
Yeah, so I hear. Oh, I get it. It's only one side of
La
my
la
mouth.
la 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 la.
Dude, it's only on the left side.
And Greg, you have so you'll be able to hear both.
Yeah,
I'm in full stereo.
It's full stereo.
Nice.
John, do you want to do a little mic checky?
This is my voice. Sound, words, check, testing. Beep, bop, boop, 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 boop.
Beep boop bop boop boo. Okay. Belinda.
If I turn this, will it all fall off? If I turn this, will it all fall off? I'm trying
No.
to figure out how closely should I sit to
You want to be pretty
microphone.
close to those mics because they kind of
Scoot
suck
over.
the beginner's mics.
All right. I'm making Stackhouse move over. Does that sound okay?
That is perfect.
Excellent.
All right, Greg.
Hi, this is my voice, and it's wonderful.
Okay.
So soothing.
Sorry.
Nice.
Bedtime stories with Greg Stackhouse.
Hey, kids. Okay. Brizzle.
Hello,
Couple more.
my name is Bryan Wells.
Perfect.
Am I making enough noise here? All right, I'm gonna take off this layer.
Yeah, I can hear everything.
It's crazy. Last time it was like slightly raining, and the whole podcast you can just hear like drips, and you can hear like planes going by. So
Because these pick up everything. These ones
these do.
pick up everything.
I wonder
Those
if they
ones
pick
are
up
more-
EVPs,
It's
What are
shotgun
EVPs?
Versus
electronic voice phenomenons, the undead speaking to us.
Oh, it's like ghosts?
Yeah.
Oh.
Totally. Yeah. I'm super okay. So number one, I'm super excited. I've already started recording, by the way.
Oh,
I just
okay.
no, it's
I'm
fine.
doing that. I don't
just-
speak until Kelsey says he's recording.
I just hit record when I start because I've always wanted to start with like a super cool intro, and it never works because it's always really awkward. I'm like, okay, it's time to start, and I do like an intro, and it just feels unorganic. So I've just started hitting record, and we just go
this
for
is
it.
way better.
You like it?
Yeah, this is
Honest.
really nice. It's very honest.
Spontaneous. It's like a free fall discovery
Discovery
in the
Yeah,
moment.
totally.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
So all the mic checks were in there. We got everybody checking in.
We're all good. Yeah, and like not to beat a dead horse and to sound like a rabid fan, but like I remember seeing all you guys on stage when I was a wee little lass.
Yeah.
That's a story.
You learn something every day.
And then I transitioned, and then I still went and saw you guys. And Belinda, believe it or not, this might sound a little weird and stocky-ish, but every time I saw you on stage, you were wearing some weird glitter shirt. Was that like your improv outfit?
I have one shirt that's very sparkly.
Awesome.
Maybe.
That must have been it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Things just got awkward. Cool.
Some people wear like Chuck Taylor. She's got sparkly shirts.
Sparkly shirts.
Sparkly
Oh,
shirts.
great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that was memorable for you. I am often more remembered for what I wear on stage than what
your
I
actual
do.
performance.
Correct.
Yeah. God, you see that girl that was wearing those Manolo Blahniks? I don't know.
Yeah, now that I think
that'd be
there was a
dangerous.
show where you had gotten like a new dress or new boots or something, and you were hosting. You kept
Oh.
being like, I bought this dress at Target or something.
Oh, he was the $4 dress from Target.
dress, yeah.
Yeah. I got some miles out of that one. I don't know if I fit that anymore. But hey, $4. Right.
Yeah.
Got wear. But Kelsey, that's very, very kind of you. Thank you.
You are welcome. I liked your shirt. And I think
Thanks.
you guys are all great. On my left, introducing guests, John Stevens.
Hi, Kelsey.
Hi. Lifelong friends.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, I'm
5
gullible.
years.
All right.
I was duped too. From an earlier podcast, you guys made it sound like you guys knew each other from way back.
Yeah, Ryan was like, yeah. So how long have you and Kelsey known each other? It seems like you go way back.
Well, you know.
2
it's been
years?
2 years? 3 years.
Rounding.
Yeah. So John is awesome, super funny. He was in my old improv group, which I'm not in anymore, called the Improvinati. You guys just had a killer show.
Yeah, super fun at the Ballard Underground. Great theater.
What was it like on that super round stage?
We had a small enough audience that we were able to do just a halvesies theater instead of theater in the round. So
Nice.
it worked out well. But it was a cool venue. So they were doing like a Jack Kirby show with a full 360 audience of theater in the round, and it was sounded like a really cool show that I didn't see. But
What's a Jack Kirby show?
Jack Kirby, he is a comic book creator.
Oh, the guy who did Stanley and Jack Kirby.
He created Stanley. It was his first character. No, but he was involved in the creation of so many like DC and Marvel characters. Like he's really prolific. Like if you look at his Wikipedia page of characters he created, it's like hundreds, and many of them are pretty well known.
But why is it called the Jack Kirby stage or thing?
Oh, because the show was about Jack Kirby. It was Jack Kirby's show.
Oh, it
The show
was.
Jack
Oh,
Kirby.
okay. I'm a good listener.
I was also slightly confused. I thought maybe he wrote it. So,
Yeah, totally. I see everyone's eating really nutritious stuff right here.
this is a Satsuma Mandarin. Would you like a slice?
I would.
Okay,
Yeah,
here.
just a little portion.
Would you pass a wedge down? Would you also like a wedge, Brian?
Much for you.
Would you like a wedge?
Sure, I'll have a wedge.
Here, we're distributing
I already
wedges.
had an entire.
John, would you like a
orange
wedge?
that I did not share with
Wedges.
anyone.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, there's 3 wedges remaining.
The person who was just speaking is Belinda Fu.
Yep.
Belinda is a doctor, as well as John, who's also a doctor. John is a general practitioner. Belinda,
Is also a general
general
practitioner.
I thought you focused on babies.
Only when they assert themselves for attention. That's not. It's. He also delivers babies.
Do you really?
Yeah.
We have the same job.
Yep.
Do
He
you guys
just
work
does it.
together?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Same clinic.
Same clinic.
Yep.
Yes,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good times.
Cool.
it is.
To my northeast. My northeast.
Southwest. As,
Southwest.
As the crow flies.
Crow flies. That's correct. I should have done the crow
compass
flies
goes.
directions. I always mess that up.
Magnetic southwest.
At least you're turned around from where we're at, so.
Crew, correct?
Yeah.
Greg
Crew.
Stackhouse. Hello. Welcome to the podcast. Hey, can you check is your mic on? I think it is on.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, good.
It's
Cool.
on, yeah.
You're good.
I see my green light going. Yeah, I'm
You're
talking.
good. And then Greg is a UP god.
I don't.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Well, I guess yeah. If anybody on the top row of the UP picture thing is God, then I'm a demigod. Yeah.
You're a demigod.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many years?
The Mount Olympus of.
This November will be my 22nd year. We'll mark 22 years. Yeah, because it's 2016. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
I started in 1994.
Brian, what year were you born?
88.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let's do that. John, what year were you
Oh
born?
boy.
82.
Belinda.
74.
I was born in 1969 before the lunar landing.
And you
I
decided.
was alive for that. I don't remember it.
What was yours, Brian?
88.
88.
Yes.
I was 79. Let's go through everyone's relationship status. John,
Married.
how many kids?
1.5.
Ding 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 ding.
Oh,
ding,
I did
ding.
not know that.
Yay.
Wow,
Number
cool.
2
Congrats.
coming in
And-
July.
oh, now we're telling the world.
Yeah.
Belinda, what's your?
Apparently.
I don't know why I'm doing this. We don't have to answer this.
I'm single.
Holla.
Woot woot.
Party.
Also single, so
Okay.
let's talk.
Okay. Nice. Brian.
In a relationship.
Oh.
Yeah, no party there. No woos.
Yeah, exactly.
How many children? Oh.
Well, she has 11.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
She's a teacher.
Oh.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a girlfriend. I'm not single either. Oh, Bryan Wells. How do you say your middle name? Muzzal?
This is
Muzzal?
fun. Everybody give it a shot.
No, okay, yeah. I'm gonna say Muzzal.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say.
Muzzle.
I was gonna say Mazzal.
You did
I
that for
always
fun.
think muzzle, but then I think it's Italian, so it's like mozzo.
It's Mazzal.
Yeah.
Oh, muzzal.
Sorry, that's probably too hot. I'm pretty competitive, so yeah,
Totally.
that felt good to
Feels
win.
good.
Yeah.
What is the story?
It's a rare win. It's my mother's maiden name.
And from what region of the world?
My grandmother's Norwegian, so I think it's Norwegian.
Is that Norway? That's really stupid. I just said that out loud. My mom always said think before you speak because I grew up watching Anne of Green Gables whenever I was sick, and that was one of the things she was like. Anne always, the lady who was in charge of Anne, this is a great story. The lady who was in charge of Anne of Green Gables in the show was like, think before you speak. Never took it to heart.
I don't either. I still don't.
Yeah. Right on. Well, again, I'm super excited. Everyone's here. Like, this is a dream cast. Like, I'm super like
Is it a Sega Dreamcast?
It is a Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Did you ever have one of those?
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
A what?
A Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, a Sega Dreamcast.
No.
Okay.
It was like, because there was Sega CD, and then Sega Dreamcast was like the next evolution of their like disc game, their circular disc games.
And then they stopped, I think.
The Dreamcast was
Yeah.
the first system where I actually thought, wow, that is amazing. That's amazing graphics. Like,
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy. And we've gotten so far since then.
Yeah.
But that was the first one that was like mind-blowing graphics, yeah.
A lot of Tony Hawk.
I played so much Tony Hawk in my 20s. I played for like 3 years, and then I was like 300 pounds. This is a whole nother story. But I decided I want to start skateboarding again because of playing Tony Hawk, because I was really good at Tony Hawk. I'm like, I'm just going to go out and like rip it. And I went out and I like was just skating along, and I hit a rock, and I just like landed on my side, and like the whole side of my body was blue. And I was like, never again. I didn't get back up and try again.
To this day,
To this day.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Let's do it right now.
So I don't know if you guys have listened to the podcast. I don't blame you if you haven't. It's a lot of ridiculousness.
I leaned in because I wanted to say yes, I have.
Thanks, buddy.
It's great ridiculousness.
Thanks, dude.
I'm glad you're doing it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Do you want to pull your mic down closer to you so you can be relaxed and still talk into it?
I do, but from
worried about
the
this
the
happening.
mechanics that you showed me of the microphone setup is worrisome. Yeah.
What's like ergonomically peaceful for you?
Well, it's actually just very threatening to have this big piece of metal in front of your face, just generally. So
True.
I'm getting used to it still.
Okay.
Accustomed to that.
I need to get two. I'm gonna get two of these mics because these are my old crappy mics, but they still do the job, you know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spankatron 5000 show, the long-form comedy improv podcast. And I've never done that tagline
Oh.
before. Yeah. So we just sit around a table, talk about stuff, and then when someone wants to initiate a scene, they can just look at someone and initiate a scene. That's all we do. And then at the end, we do a little bit of freestyle rapping, which is my favorite thing in the world.
Kelsey glows like a pregnant woman when we start to
I do.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, I really do.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Mom, Dad, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, and I think I'm ready to join the military again. I'm getting really good. I'm rank 7, and I think it's time to put a real gun in my hands
Again.
again. Yeah, I mean, I know the first time I had it didn't do so hot, but I'm leaving tomorrow.
Oh, I'm shocked that they took you back, considering all the damage you did last time with your lack of aim.
Well, yeah, but when you're this good at Call of Duty, it's kind of hard to deny that you're really a good shot.
You understand Call of Duty is not real war, Tom.
Right, which is why I have to join the military to do it.
We've always tried to be supportive of your choices.
Yeah, you guys are the best.
You know, Bill, maybe we should be supportive of this, because if he's in the army, he can't do any more damage here at home with his poor aim. It'll all be their responsibility. You know, after he shot the cat and the neighbor's window. And
You're an adult man who's capable of making your own choices. I want to say that I object.
Oh, I guess that's it then.
All right, cadets, line up.
Horizontally or vertically?
God damn it! Just get in a line.
Sorry, there. Cadet Swanson. I'm new. I didn't play that level.
Yeah, we didn't play it. We're not really sure what to do, but we are here to kill.
Yeah.
More Call of Duty video game. Soldiers, wannabe soldiers.
Excuse
us.
I've prestiged.
We
in
were
the game.
we were sponsored. We lived in a house in LA and played for. We streamed on Twitch and we had millions of followers. We made.
Well, there's only one way to really know whether or not you're capable of being a soldier in this army.
Did you say soldier?
I said soldier. Bam! Bam!
Oh my God! Why'd you shoot us?
Why am I not respawning? Ow!
Oh my God!
Ow!
I don't think this is for me.
There you go.
So much blood.
You can be formally discharged at the barracks.
Swanson, what do we do? Swanson. Major General,
Yes.
it's over.
There's just not enough cream out there. These kids think they can come in here and be soldiers, but they don't know what real war is like.
You got to stop shooting cadets when they come up. You have
It's
to
the only
stop
way.
it.
It's the only way for them to learn. How else are we gonna get an army that's formidable against our enemies, Commander?
Well,
You told me to take any steps necessary, and I've been weeding out those who can't make it. We have a very small army, but they are capable soldiers.
I can't argue with that logic. All right. I give you full control. It doesn't seem logical, but given the circumstances, I have pancreatic cancer, and I'm going to go to Hawaii for a month. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
High five.
General Commander opens a panel in his desk. There's an elaborate keyboard, and he punches in the code, and up, down, left, right, BA, select, start. Sirens start going off.
30 seconds to self-destruct.
I locked us in here.
Damn it.
End scene. Beauteous.
It's like I was there.
Yep.
So when you guys high-fived, was it like left hand then right hand? Or was it two high fives or
Whatever.
It was
Army high
up
five.
high and down low. There was like the smack
Bam,
slap.
bam. I was
It's high 10.
So it was your, Belinda, you and Greg just went and saw Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it was your second time?
Both of us. It was our
We
second
both
time.
had pretty annoying first time experiences
God.
with
What
the
happened?
movie. I saw it with my good friend. I probably won't hear this podcast.
I was
so
going
I'll
to
go
say,
and
protect his identity.
He's legally blind, and he's also a bit of a drinker. So I had to explain sometimes what was going on, and he also was shockingly loud during the movie. Like he would say things out loud during the movie that were just like, "Yep." You know, like at one point, something happened in the movie that was made you think of like, Star Wars, and he's like, and is this loud? It's old school, dude. Old school, and like would keep on hitting me, And at one point, I just said, "I know." But then, which actually was kind of sad that he actually left right before the movie started, so he missed like the whole opening sequence. But then later on, I realized that I had to read everything that was up on screen to him. Like, so there was a few moments of subtitles, and I would have to like lean over and go, "You owe us for the other 2 times," and that didn't make me feel so bad because I mean that is what it was. But it was just really annoying experience, and he's one of my best friends, but I wanted to kill him. And then, like, we were going to see Book of Mormon a couple nights later, and I had to like have a talk with him, like okay, Star Wars was pretty bad, but now we're going to go see a play that you can't do that in a play. My 47-year-old friend, do we understand each other? So yeah, I was very tense the first time I watched Star Wars.
I had a similar experience, not with an old friend, but with my parents. I went and took my 75-ish-year-old parents to go see it. My mom is notoriously not a great person to watch movies with anyway. Like at
I've
baseline,
heard that,
she
yeah.
cannot. You have
Yeah.
my mom. She everyone knows my mom. She does not track plots well. And so, like, family lore still complains about the time when we all went to see Legal Eagles together.
God.
I mean, that was a long time ago.
Wow.
Might have been the year you were born. And and my mom was like, so what was happening with the fire? Like, she didn't understand the movie at all. And so Star Wars, that didn't go so well either. So there was a lot of like, at really inopportune moments, my parents being like, what happened? Who was that? Is that Han Solo? Or the best one yet, whose son is that?
That's awesome.
Mitch had the same thing too. At one point during the movie, when Leia, well, this is a spoiler alert. If you've not seen Star Wars yet, turn down
spoiler.
your
Now's your
volume
chance.
now. But Leia said, "Bring our son back," and my friend Mitch, like after seeing the entire movie, goes, "Is that the fighter pilot?" And I was like, "No, dude! Like, where have you been? It's the bad guy." It's like. And he has like these cargo pants, and like in each pocket of cargo pants, I apologize, Mitch, if you're listening, there is a flask, and so he's just drinking the entire time. So somewhere between leaving my house and he was pretty normal to the end of the movie where he almost couldn't walk out of the theater, he got pretty tossed. So yeah,
A point of clarification.
That's a thing.
In each cargo pocket, there's a flask.
at least two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of room in those pants.
One flask of whiskey is not enough for an evening out away from where his bottles are. I'm so sorry if you're listening to this.
To Mitch, and now it's kind of a downer.
Anyway, yeah, those people exist. It's all right. Some of them
I
are
know.
your best friends sometimes.
Yeah.
I used to work at Tully's. I was a manager there.
Woo woo.
At
Push
no
shoulders
big deal,
off, push
whatever.
shoulders off.
I was like 22 or whatever, and the Lord of the Rings movies were coming out, and I worked with the same people like in the morning for like 5 or 6 years, and so after work we'd always go to Kel's and Post Alley and get like black and tans and just get a little toasty, and then we'd also partake of some marijuana, and then we'd go about our days after work. And we decided to go see the first Lord of the Rings at the Cinerama. But 20 minutes in, we all pass out. And we crack up when we wake up at the end. We're like, that'll never going to happen again. We are going to watch the second one, and we're going to be sober as hell. Second one came around, same exact thing. We fell asleep like 20 minutes in. And so the third one, like Return of the King, I just couldn't see with them. I had to see it like late at night so I could actually enjoy it. So, good time.
Did you go back and rewatch?
I
the
think I got the
Do
like
you know
the
what happened?
Blu-ray. I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah. That would have been funny if I didn't. I just watched the first.
Yeah,
20 minutes
you'd
of
been
each
like,
and then
"Well,
the
what's
last
going
one. I was
on?
like, oh my god.
Whose son is
To
that?
be fair to you and your friends, though, those movies are a bit tedious. I mean, I can see falling asleep.
The Hobbit is even more so.
Ooh,
I haven't seen it
didn't
yet
see
because I have heard so many reports about it being a pretty grueling adventure to watch.
I went post call with my wife, so I
Oh,
had like
jeez.
it ended up being like a 30-hour shift. It was as a resident, and went and saw it and fell asleep 10 minutes in and slept until like an hour in. It's like one of the best naps.
I thought you were going to say you woke up like an hour after.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Hey, sir, we need to clear out the theater for the next movie.
I'm a doctor. Doesn't matter. So you need to get out of here.
Doesn't apply here.
So I think that with that baseline of two suboptimal viewings of the first go around for Star Wars, this was a far superior experience of watching Star Wars.
Awesome.
At the Cinerama in the most highly recommended seats, because I
Oh,
did this
cool.
Facebook poll as to which seats that people should sit in, and there were a lot of opinions about front row of the balcony was a lot of it, but more votes came in for sitting in the orchestra. I don't know what else to call it, main floor level. In rows L, K, or L, right?
Yeah.
Because they're in the middle in front of the sound booth. So they said the sound is optimal there, was what many people
And you get to reserve
said.
your seats, right? Like you get to
Yeah.
pick
Yes,
your seats. They need to do
yes.
that everywhere.
They do.
It was great.
I will not go see a movie unless I have my seat picked out.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's
So,
so
you're
hard.
only going to see movies at Cinerama now?
Well, no, there's also there's a theater in Redmond that is called iPick where the seats actually recline as well. So it's pretty
Oh
awesome.
my god.
It was great. I really like watching this movie there.
When I make a point of like when I go to movies now to, it's not a very Seattle thing to do, but to sit next to the person so that I like leave room for like the next couple. So if Vanessa and I go to a movie and there's like 5 seats or 4 seats or whatever, I'll sit like right next to the person. They're a little like miffed at first. They're like, what the fuck? But then obviously another couple can sit down because it's happened to me multiple times where I've gone with her like a little bit late and finding a seat with 2 people is like super hard. But I think every theater should instate pick your own seat policy.
Well, the problem is no one would ever buy the front seats, though. I mean, just take those out of the theater and like put a bouncy castle or something.
Because that wouldn't block the view or anything
I mean,
like that.
they've got to use that space for something profitable, but
Oh, they put bean bags there. Maybe people would want to sit there.
still, it's way too close.
Way too close. Maybe like
Green.
yoga mats. People could do yoga that don't really want to watch the movie. They could just, find their zen, hear the audio.
One of those neighborhood gardens.
A pea patch.
Before the theater.
Yeah.
Or like a grow up. You could do
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some hydroponics down there.
So is it the only detraction from today's movie experience was in the spoiler, turn it down, spoiler. When right before Kylo Ren killed his father, that big moment and they're all crying.
Wait, who's his dad?
I know. Well, Mom, we'll talk about it later.
Vader.
Is that Darth Vader? No, Mom, Darth Vader's dead. Right at that
Or is
very, very, high tension moment, this woman next to us, her cell phone goes off.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
And it was
Right
also
there.
this was her ringtone. I'm not making
He
that
is
up.
not making that up. That is exactly
Her
what it was.
ringtone was like this comic spring sound. It's
And she
almost
was-
like you owe us for the movie.
And she was also, of course, that person who does not know where they put their cell phone.
Oh my god.
So she's rummaging around looking for the cell phone.
Yeah. If that had only gone off as the lightsaber went into his chest.
It pretty much.
At first, I was like, I don't remember the sound effect last time. Like,
totally.
is this where Disney takes over Star Wars?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is kind of a delicate story to tell because I'm a white person, but I grew up in Detroit, and so when I would go
boy.
to see theaters, it was much more
Ethnically diverse.
ethnically diverse.
Okay.
Thank you. I was like, thank you.
You're sure.
And
I'm here for you.
went to see The
Person of
Matrix,
color.
and it was like half white, half African American, which was it was like normal life,
You
right?
can say black.
Black.
It's okay.
I switch between the two, depending on how I'm feeling.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you more uncomfortable.
Hey, I'm already there. So we went to see The Matrix, and I'm like sitting. I went by myself, and I'm sitting like the whole theater is like just a bunch of like black dudes and women. Wow, I'm making this weird. Anyway, every time
Keep
something
going.
intense happened, they were like rolling around like, "Oh my god!" And it actually didn't detract from
women?
the film. It made the movie like 1,000 times better. And the same thing, I went and saw The Sixth Sense, and when the ending reveal, like, people were like rolling in their chairs like, "Oh my god, what the fuck," like flipping out in the theater, and I love it and I missed it.
Oh,
And so I haven't been back. I moved out of Detroit when I was 19, so almost 20 years ago. Wait, is that right? I'm 37.
Math. Round up.
And I went to see Mission Impossible like 4 or whatever with my family, and it was like the same fucking thing happened. I'm like, I miss it so much, like living in Detroit, like being around people that aren't just all white. I'm not even trying to make like a bigger discussion of it, but it's just very cool. It's like you don't see it here, and I'm like, fucking love living here.
Seattle's pretty restrained, right? So
Yeah.
there's a lot of like, that's very nice. Like, it relative to the audience today. Like, I was having the biggest reactions of everyone in the audience when I flinched with the lightsaber. Yeah. So when there's the force war of Kylo Ren over here and Rey over here trying to get that lightsaber out of the snow, when they're both like, I want it, no, I want it, and then it flies towards Kylo Ren. You think he's got it, but then it like goes right past his face.
Dude.
And Rey grabs it. And what did I do? I reacted to that very dramatically. I was like, yeah, that's right, take it there.
I was clapping. I was getting teary-eyed in parts that weren't even like sad. You know, when like people would appear that I haven't seen in like 30 years. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I had the same reaction. Like just seeing Chewbacca on the screen, I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Wookie.
Yeah. But I mean, if you want that experience, again, just go see a movie with my friend Mitch because he will. Oh yeah, that's right, man. It's Han Solo. You know who that is? It's Han Solo, man.
I suppose it's a little different if it's a one-man band versus the whole atmosphere. The whole setting inside the theater is like, yeah, whoa, this is happening to us.
Right.
Like, it makes it real. Just like, being on stage.
It's always fun going to see a comedy. Like people are all cracking up at the same time. If it's a decent comedy. Like I remember seeing Austin Powers and everyone was just dying. And then I went and saw Sisters a couple weeks ago, and that was really fucking funny. And everyone in the theater was cracking up, so it was nice. What color is my mic? I'm fucking hot as shit. See? La 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 la. Talking at normal volume, normal levels. So my old podcast setup was upstairs on my kitchen table,
How'd
and
that
it
go?
was very like stressy because I had to get everything set up. So it's nice to have like a dedicated space.
It also has some nice, the boxes and everything. Nice little
Absorb
sound.
sound.
Yeah.
Absorb soundy, yeah.
Yeah.
And so Kelsey, you've got a box of sound equipment over here. There's like
Includes a
there's,
saw.
yeah, there's little mic screens and like stuff, and then there's just a handsaw.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
if
does
you
it
want to
make-
use that,
Does it? I was hoping it would make the like.
Do it.
That's not doing it.
No.
Wait, careful! I don't want to
Swing it harder.
hand it to you. Always hand a sharp
Here's
object.
how you do it. I don't know if this saw is bendy enough, but my dad taught me this.
Oh, here we go.
This is. There's 2 doctors here, fortunately.
Oh, yeah.
No, sorry.
It's there. You hear it?
Boy, yeah.
oh, close.
It's a very firm saw. It needs to be.
Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I am your father.
totally do that, you guys.
I trust. I believe you.
I don't
trust
really.
you.
Is that what this is for? Sound?
I got that. No, I bought the saw.
I
Yeah.
told you I'm gullible.
I have a bag full of sound effect equipment over there, like Carrot Top. No, I bought that to cut the base off my Christmas tree so it would grow better or like live longer. I mean,
Nice.
yeah. I want to clear most of this stuff out and put some kind of stuff up, some like walls and things. But this is good for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives us stuff to talk about. You got a parking sign over there, like a no parking. Are you allowed to have that?
I'm allowed. When I moved in, it was one of the perks. My landlord was like, "You got some no parking signs. You can put them up whenever you want."
Wow.
So whenever
Nice.
there's like the Solstice Festival, like everyone parks in front of my house, so I throw them out there.
Smart.
Good deal.
That's a perk. Yeah, this is like you wouldn't need to ask an audience for suggestions.
Yeah, exactly.
This whole room full of objects.
I heard bamboo. I heard small bamboo.
Right. It's small bamboo. It's not large bamboo.
Hey, John,
Yeah, Kelsey.
it's the solstice.
Oh shoot, man!
You know what that means?
Gotta pump up my bike tires and get my body paint on.
Do you want some help?
I mean, I usually do it myself, but I don't get my back too well, so sure.
I mean, we got to rekindle our friendship. It's been years.
Well, you know what I always say: best way to rekindle a friendship is to put a little sugar on it.
Let's do it. I missed you. I've really missed you.
I missed you. You know, these past 6 months they've been hard.
Hard. You know, when Shelly when Shelly and I got together, I just disappeared, and I'm really sorry.
Thank you for saying that. You know,
Hey, baby, I brought your small bamboo. Oh, he's here.
Hey, is that Shelly? Shelly, I got double eye surgery, so I have 2 things over them. Weird. This is really weird right now. I don't know what I should do.
I'll go.
No,
It's fine.
don't, no,
It's
no,
fine.
no.
No, don't. I mean, it's solstice, right? Like it should be a time of peace and positive energy and the turning of the stars. So just stay, okay? Like I can get over it.
Shirley, are you sure?
Yeah. I'm a big girl.
Shirley, can we talk for just a second? Me and John, real quick.
What? Oh,
John, I really don't. I'm not strong. We broke up like a week ago. I wasn't planning on seeing her again. She cheated on me, and I cheated on her.
All right. Well, what's the one thing Shelley hates more than anything else in this world?
Freedom.
Give me that bucket of paint.
There you go.
Turn around.
All right.
oh, I can hear that. Oh, what's happening?
We better get your front too, just in case.
Okay.
You guys, I'm coming back in. I go. Oh my God, boy, you're hanging out there.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you guys, there's a lot of handprints all over you, both of you. Wow.
Well, you know, the hand is man's greatest symbol of freedom. And something wrong?
I feel uncomfortable with that word, so I wish you wouldn't say that in
So
here.
why are you crying?
Because I don't believe in that free thing. I feel like everyone should be attached to everybody else, and it's really dangerous.
Then why did you cheat on me, Shelley?
So you would love me? Isn't that how it works? Then
Hey
go.
guys, I don't mean to interrupt here. I'm just gonna park my car here and run off to Solstice, all right?
I feel like we're playing piggyback.
Yeah, do you do a little story time and then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then throw everything in it.
Where'd y'all grow up, John?
I grew up in the suburbs outside of Seattle, sort of.
Uh-oh, where?
Yeah.
Eastgate area.
Okay.
Is that east of Northgate?
Wow.
It is east of Northgate.
Is that how the crow flies?
Southeast of Northgate.
We're magnetic.
It's by polar magnetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Bellevue, but it's not Bellevue.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
You're from Bells?
The second one.
Bellevue.
Well, actually, I'm from Woodridge Hill, which is like,
I don't even know what that is.
yeah, it's part of Bellevue, but it's like not the Bellevue part of Bellevue. It's like, Bellevue.
Do we still think that Bellevue's all hoity-toity? Is that?
Oh.
Is that,
Yeah, we do.
I mean, back then I know we did, but I work in Bellevue now, and I don't think it's hoity-toity.
It's not as hoity-toity as the ones.
Well, I maybe they think they are, but they're not.
Really?
I think it's an atmosphere, less than a personality thing.
I'm gonna back up. I have gone to the mall and like actually snickered out loud at some of the people I
There
see
you go.
there.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, did you just play polo? Like
Totally.
Yeah.
like because you're dressed for it.
Yeah.
I do think
It's
there are
a-
some neighborhoods in Bellevue though that aren't that way. I think
Woodridge Hill.
is that.
You guys all wanna
as-
go there
as the
sometime?
crow
Factoria.
flies, like,
Victoria, yeah.
Yeah.
I was okay, Factoria, and I think literally the southeast corner of Bellevue might not be quite as hoity as
It gets
some of the other.
hoitier and toitier the more north and west you go.
Right, that was my understanding.
Yeah, that's my understanding too.
Woodridge is the southeast.
Crossroads used to be a little
Very
rough.
hoity-toity
That
about
was
that.
my hangout.
Crossroads,
There's
huh?
a little like a
Yes.
par 3 golf course. that's
Yeah,
behind
I
there.
played that par 3 golf course.
Yeah, we used to go up there and we'd sneak on as kids and play it. I once played the entire thing with a putter.
Well, you
Nice.
can
I-
actually,
yes.
and I think you did save $3 by sneaking on.
That's right.
That's a lot when you're a kid.
$3 we didn't have.
Yeah, sure.
Back in my day.
Not in my part of Bellevue.
Right. That's as low as it gets in Bellevue. That's as far down the hole you can go.
Sneaking onto the golf course.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, on the
Times
bad
were rough.
golf carts, like the
But yeah, it was a cool little.
The
it's a
cheap
little
golf course.
Neighborhood course is a cool little
Yep.
thing there.
We used to go when I was bored on like Saturday mornings. Vanessa and I used to get up and go just estate sailing to see what people had, and the Bellevue ones were always super interesting because there was all this like crazy like art and sculptures and like little knickknacks and a lot of really interesting like old World War II and World War I paraphernalia. Paraphernalia? That's right.
Yeah.
Why am I questioning that word? It sounds like paranormal. Anyway, it was always super interesting because the stuff was like always super cheap, and so once in a while we'd like. I found a Kirby vacuum for $45, and it was only like 8 years old, and that was a good buy. Do you guys know what Kirby vacuums
Kirby.
Is
I
that
have
the
anything to
same
do
are?
with-
Who wrote that play? That
Jack Kirby?
Yeah, Jack.
are? Same
Yeah.
guy. He
Oh.
designed vacuum
Yeah.
Kirby
cleaners,
is
yeah.
a little
not the
big
pink
fluffy guy.
fluffy dude
that-
that sucks.
Yeah, same thing. It was
He
a little
sucks
guy
at
just sucked stuff up around the house. We
Yeah.
found one there.
Wait, I don't
Which
know
one's
what you're
based off of
talking about.
which?
It's like a Nintendo character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kirby.
He's like a little like
Pink
mushroom,
bubblegum guy.
Not mushroom, but marshmarshlow guy. Yeah.
He
Kirby
just like,
Dreamland.
goes around by sucking everything up.
This
He's
is,
like a little
this is a
cloud
video game
creature.
character.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
floats
So
in-
he would suck him in, and then
I've worked in the
squish
video
him
game industry for like 10
inside
years.
his
I don't
body.
even know.
Yeah,
and then would,
Kirby.
shoot him out. Played a
It's
lot
really
of Game Boy. Kirby
Apparently,
stuff
he
like
is also a vacuum cleaner
Mhm.
Yeah.
and a cartoon artist.
Totally. No,
Nice.
I Kirby
And a
vacuums
theater
are like,
style.
they're made of metal and they're made in America. They've been for like 70 years. And so they were one of like the first vacuum cleaners to ever like come out that like revolutionized the industry. So they're sold door to door and like kind of like Rainbow is. And so you like walk up and
Oh yeah,
you
Rainbow.
say, hey, can I clean your carpet for you? And they're like, sure. And then you'd actually try to do your sales pitch. And they're these really, they're like $1,400.
Wow.
Yeah. But they have like a lifetime warranty and they're amazing. So getting one for like $45 was awesome.
I wonder if that is the vacuum cleaner where I'd seen one of those human interest feel good stories online where there was some kid, I think with autism or something like that, and he very strangely was
saw
infatuated with vacuum cleaners, and so for his birthday they got, I think it was a Kirby vacuum cleaner guy to come and do a presentation for him, and they had like a vacuum cleaner birthday cake, and the kid was over the moon. Like this guy, this vacuum cleaner man was his absolute hero. So that, of course, he did it for free, you know. And I think
That's
they actually
awesome.
might have even given him a vacuum.
They might.
or
I
something
think
like
they
that.
did give him a
They
vacuum
did give him a
cleaner,
vacuum.
or like some definitely some stuff, some paraphernalia.
Yeah, and it was his hero, truly, sincerely his hero. It's the
Yeah.
vacuum cleaner man.
That's cool.
Yay.
How do you say ephemera. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Like
that's right.
paper stuff, ephemera?
Is I know the word ephemera.
I think it refers to like if you went to someone's house and they had like a cabinet filled with like paper stuff.
Are we asking the internet? My understanding is that ephemera referred to, was building off the word ephemeral, which is transitory, short-lived, and that ephemera just referred to any kind of stuff that was really not long of this world.
Okay, that makes sense.
Disposable or
I thought
transitory.
it was like paper products that are old, but that makes way more sense.
I think
So it's
they
like a wide
Stationary.
collection
they
of
could
stuff.
fall into the category of ephemera.
Cool.
I don't know. That was my unofficial attempt at defining the word. I don't know if it's real or not.
Is she right, internet?
Yeah, what does the internet say?
The internet apparently has nothing to say about it because Belinda nailed it so perfectly.
Wow.
Like it just refused to load.
The word itself is ephemeral, and so it no longer exists now that we've discussed it.
Ah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nicely done.
I totally made that up.
Ephemera is any transitory written or printed matter
Hey-ho.
not meant to be retained or preserved.
Who said transitory?
Printed.
It derives from the Greek.
Greek?
Yep. Meaning things lasting no more than a day.
There you go. So I didn't realize it was mostly referring to printed stuff.
So technically this podcast is ephemeral because it's going to last one day. I mean, it'll last forever, but in perpetuity, good word. But right now, it's ephemeral now. Maybe.
It also says print in there. It says
You-
in print.
often in print.
Often.
Often in print. Poof.
This moment is all we have in this moment, and then it's gone. I think songs have been written about that.
Many
Many,
times.
many,
Yes.
many,
The
many.
Excess song.
Mhm.
All we got is this moment. All right. What was that song? It's from 1988.
Is that in
More so.
excess?
In Excess, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Love that
Brian's
band.
birth song.
I was going to say, yeah. I was born to that song.
And where were you born? We didn't get that far.
That's true. We
Stop
didn't.
there.
Oh, well,
We stopped in Bellevue.
well, Woodridge.
You-
That was where I grew up. I was born in Overlake Hospital in Bellevue, downtown
Nice.
Bellevue.
No big deal, but I used to work in the materials management department for that.
What? Did you handle ephemera?
I did handle ephemera. I handled some
Permina?
catheters
Oh.
and some C-section packages
Hey.
for surgeries.
Hey, can I ask a question for you guys?
Do you have a rash?
No, I
Is that
don't.
where we're going?
No, I don't. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So this is a little personal, but it's not weird. Maybe. I'm 37. When does your sperm count start to really like drop off, especially if you're unhealthy? Because I'm starting to like eat healthy and exercise like I used to.
Uh-huh.
So if I want to be able to have kids in the next couple years, and my girlfriend's 34, so like we're kind of on the thing. You know what I mean?
Clock.
The plan.
Yeah.
The,
Uh-huh.
Do you think we still have a good chance of having a healthy newborn child?
Wow.
I got this one.
Yeah, here we go. Thanks, Greg.
Dr. Stackhouse is going to tackle that one.
Sure.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
Awesome.
probably. You know, I don't think as much is known about the sperm count thing.
Okay.
I think it's there are studies. Feel free to jump in anytime, Dr. Stevens. That suggest there might be a correlation between smoking and sperm count, or nutrition and sperm count, but they're really not well agreed upon. There isn't enough information or data to have
Okay.
like, solid proof that any of that
So on
is
that
causative.
is 3 a good number?
Of sperm per what?
One
Teaspoon?
teaspoon.
I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
That was an attempt at sperm humor there.
Nice. It was good. I liked it a lot.
Hmm.
Cool.
What is known is that laptops are not good for sperm.
Oh, what?
Yeah, if you're using them on your lap.
Oh, well,
Oh
that-
yeah,
that-
because you're
basic-
frying your nuts.
Yeah,
Is
you're
it bike
basic-
seats also
Yeah.
bad? Too much pressure.
Yeah, so don't bike with your laptop on.
Double duty.
Yeah.
Because then you'll be down from 3 to 1.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it'll
That's
be that
crazy.
one weird one that's.
One with
That's
2
what I'm worried
tails or
about.
2 heads.
I don't want to
Man.
have I would love my child, but I don't want to have a child that's not okay. So I want to make sure my sperm is legit. So I'm going to eat like fruits and vegetables for like a year before I do it for the thing. I'm not making any sense right now.
Yes, it's true. It's not that the whole thing about what you eat makes like the whole like jizz taste better. It also makes your sperm smarter.
Does it though? It should.
Yeah.
Are you making that up?
Oh,
I'll
why
pre-
not?
I'll pretend it's
Sorry.
real.
I'm sorry, yanking your chain, huh?
Oh, I believe it though. I would
do
believe
too.
it.
What?
I mean, well, psychologically, if you think you're super strong and you can handle anything, your sperm are going to represent that. They're copies of you, half or whatever, right? It works. It translates.
I think it's called
I think so.
epigenetics.
Yep.
Right.
What's that?
Epigenetics is this God, I'm super. This is nerdcast.
Do
Go
it.
for it.
Nerdcast.
Epigenetics, and again, Dr. Stevens, correct me if I'm remembering this wrong, is that the belief that acquired traits in one organism's lifespan can be passed on to the next generation, as opposed to only inherited traits, such that, I mean, I think it was like if you. Did you see a ghost?
Nope,
behind
just
me?
a person. I forgot. I was
Jesus Christ.
There's actually a street behind us. For those of you at home.
Paranormal activity in this garage.
There's UPVs out there.
Yeah. Such that I'm trying to like, this is extreme. Like if you like pierced your ears, or your kid would have pierced ears, or if like the giraffes, the reasons their necks got longer is because they kept on reaching higher and higher to like,
Sure.
reach trees or whatever, and so their kids had long necks. I don't know. Do you have a
Right.
better way of explaining that?
Yeah, just that there are some. So there's like your core, your DNA, like that's like the message, the signal that's there, and there's some transitory properties within it that can be altered.
Ephemeral
Ephemeral, yeah.
They're very
Ephemeral.
ephemeral, yeah,
properties.
yeah.
Yeah.
That you
Learning a lot.
then pass on, but
Well, I would believe that. I can't see things happening in your life not being passed on to your kids in some way or shape or form. All of the nurture has just as much of an impact as the nature.
Yeah, probably, right? Like, and I think the exact nature of that is just really unknown at this point. I think the comical version of thinking of it, though, is making it like super obvious. Like, if I work out a ton and get really ripped, my sperm are gonna be huge and buff, like that kind of thing.
Right.
Or like, if I work out and get really ripped, my eggs are gonna be like, whoa! You know, like, he's like whopping.
Impenetrable.
That's right.
Well, sorry you couldn't get pregnant, but you just been working out too much.
I think you would have to work out your sperm, like your sperm factories.
Right.
That would make them stronger, or like more of them, or like.
what kind
You
of
know-
exercises do you like to do for your sperm factories?
Well, anything that allows you to ejaculate. That would make your body say, okay, I can't impregnate anything right now, so I'm going to make some more sperm.
But aren't you effectively saying to those sperm, you're not worth it, I'm getting replacements?
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm giving you a purpose. Fly free.
Just want to be
Fine-
clear, we're
fine.
talking about jacking off right now, right?
We're talking about anything,
Anything
that
that releases sperm.
releases sperm, and not particularly human either, because this is just probably reproduction.
In general,
In
reproduction in general.
Yeah, you're gonna want to. Those are the factories that you want in the best condition, because that's what we're actually talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would practice a lot.
Okay.
Back to what I asked. Yes.
Well, that's very interesting, because masturbation you'd be practicing by yourself. It would be better for the factory production, I would assume, if you were practicing with another person that would want to receive whatever your sperm embody, whatever presence they're giving. If they have a strong presence, the more people that you have around receiving those bodies, the better. The more chances your sperm have of going forward.
Thank you, Mr. President, for sharing that with us.
Yeah. It's just the,
I'm
the
an
people.
intern here.
It's gone on long enough. The deaths are going up, and the people aren't figuring out what they need to do, and it's just like, get to fucking. No president has been able to say it this far, and that's why you guys elected me, is because I gave you guys that freedom to express the full nature of your being. So
Can I get you anything? Tea?
you can get to again. You can get to fucking. That's the slogan. I'm sticking to it. Get to fucking. You don't have to necessarily get pregnant. That's not necessarily the goal here, unless that is your goal. But just make sure you're ready. Make sure you've had plenty of fucking. If you're not fucking right now, get to it. And the more practice you have, the better your children will be. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
I don't want to have to say it again. I feel like I've said it enough. I keep having these conferences, and the message is not getting through. I keep walking the streets, and I'm shaking hands, and instead of fucking people. So.
Mr. President, Craig Nelson, CNN. Question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have trouble, down there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm feeling kind of like less of a man. My wife left me, and whenever I try to do something with a new person, I get so nervous and nothing happens down there. I don't feel like I'm being a good American.
Well, I'm going to stop you right there. You're in control of your manhood, and you're only going to feel like more of a man if you're fucking. So just start doing it. I'm sure you're probably more worried about the social
interactions and pressure of performing.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay.
But just do it.
I'll take that advice.
Yeah.
Thank
Then you'll feel like a man because you're just doing it. You're extroverted, like your manhood.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President Roger Nelson, CNBC. Is it true that you've never had sex?
That is. That is
I mean, this is a report. I'm reading this.
Yes.
On this.
Yes. It's only natural for someone to come up with a report that said that I wouldn't have had sex. I could understand from the fact that I talk about how much.
Answer the question. Are you saying that you have had sex?
Yes.
Then you'd be okay to tell me how it's done?
Correct.
Go ahead.
What you need to do is, first of all, be alive. Are you alive, sir?
This is not about me, sir. I've got 17 children.
Okay. So this is for the rest of the world.
Yeah. Tell us, if you're such a sexpert, how it's done, Mr. President.
Well, first of all, living beings exist in the world and are copulating constantly with their existence. You are in tangent with yourself and constantly changing through.
I'm going to stop it, Mr. President.
Yeah.
Your whole platform was get busy fucking, and you reiterated this platform from the day you were elected, and yet is it true that you've never had sex? This question is very simple.
That's right. Is it true? Is it true?
It is not true.
Then you won't mind telling us how it's done.
Oh, damn it. Listen. We're fucking all the time.
Some of us are, Mr. President.
Look.
I mean no disrespect. I'm just...
Look up fuck in the dictionary, sir. We've known for a long time the versatility of this word fuck and how it's used. It only goes to enhance our living experience, to use the word to flavor our life. So when I say get to fucking, it's only because I'm tired of the kind of fucking we're doing.
Which in your case is not at all.
If that's the way you see it, sir, then yes, I've never fucked before.
Mr. President, this is Christine Stout from Al Jazeera America. I just wanted to make this clear. So you are saying that your whole campaign slogan of get back to fucking and we should be fucking, you have this entire time been misleading the country because you've been referring to metaphorical fucking?
No. I'm simply broadening our definition of fucking so that we all feel like fuckers. And the more we all feel like fuckers instead of men or women or black or gay or straight, the more we'll all just feel like fuckers. And once we're all fuckers, we'll feel equally fuckable, and we'll get to fucking.
And so, Mr. President, this is how you propose to make America great again, is by all becoming fuckers and fucking?
We're already great. Let's just start right there. We're already great, and we're already great fuckers. Let's move forward and become phenomenal fuckers. In fact, let's become whatever's beyond that. We need to come together and acknowledge first that we're just fucking phenomenal fuckers, and then we'll figure out what's next.
Mr. President, during your campaign, Scott Johansson, MSNBC.
Go ahead.
You had said that your constituents, even if you were to shoot a man with a load, would not turn on you. Now, that has led many of us in the press to believe that you have not actually shot a load at anyone. Going back to my colleague's question here, answer us truthfully. Fucking or no, have you had sex?
No, I have not had sex.
Mr. President.
Not once have I had sex. But my entire life I have been fucking.
I don't think he's fucking with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So I grew up in California.
Did you?
I did.
Whereabouts?
L.A. Suburb of L.A. called Torrance.
Torrance.
Woo woo.
The Bulls.
The what?
Isn't it?
Oh, Torrance. Torrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Torrance.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, hi.
I lived
You
in
guys
Santa
bring
Barbara
it
for a
on?
while.
Did you
Torrance
see-
Bowl. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, what's the cheer?
Sid Bird.
It's cold in here. I said there
Toros.
must be some toros in the
Toros,
atmosphere.
yeah,
Yes,
it's not
toros.
bulls.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it is in Spanish.
it's the Torrance Toros.
Yeah, it's fictional.
Right. I mean, but I remember the movie. I saw it.
Wait, what movie is this from? I'm lost.
Bring it
Bring
on.
it on.
Bring it on.
Oh, I haven't seen
Starring
that.
Kirsten Dunst and what's her name?
I
Right?
need to see it though.
Her name is
Yeah.
Torrance.
Oh.
Wait,
In the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Her name is Torrance.
Oh, the school is not Torrance.
No.
We're gonna have to look this up.
Torrance.
Wow.
I have seen Pitch Perfect and Pitch Perfect 2. I had a cold last week and I watched both.
You know, I
and
understand it's a
they're,
pretty good movie.
I
It
enjoyed
is
it.
good.
I enjoyed both of them.
Delightful.
All right,
The
so,
first
yeah.
one, the
Delightful.
first one's a bit crunchy. That's not the right
Really?
adjective. Second one, I like Haley Steinfeld a lot.
Oh, she's
So-
great.
She's
She's got a
great.
great voice.
She does.
I really like it.
So we have not had cable for a long time. So like I don't like ever see movie previews unless someone
Oh.
specifically shows us. And my wife and I were on a trip and we're sitting next to this woman who's watching a movie, which we found out to be Pitch Perfect. But all we see is like this. It's this singing contest. It's like the opening scene, and then suddenly this woman is just puking over everyone, and we're like, "What the hell movie are you
Oh,
watching?"
right.
Oh, on the plane?
On the
Or
plane. We're on the plane watching, just sitting next to this woman.
so this
who's
is not
watching.
part of the movie.
It is part of the movie.
In the movie,
Oh.
they're like there's a singing contest.
Okay, so-
like,
no
they're
one on the
all
plane
acapella.
puked.
All right, so
Yeah.
yeah.
No real life puking.
Well,
No,
thanks for the
it's-
spoiler.
Spoiler alert for Star Wars and Pitch Perfect, everybody.
That's right. Sorry.
No, you know what? If I haven't seen Pitch Perfect yet, it's my own damn fault. So
It
is. True.
spoil away.
No,
I don't want to
I
ruin it,
think
but
there's
there
a
is a
statute
really
of
funny
limitations
comment.
for like, if you're spoiling the Sixth Sense for someone at this point, get over it.
that's on them.
Do you think how long do you think the half life is, or the shelf life, one of those lives is for Star Wars, for the Force Awakens? Like how long before we can be like, oh yeah, Han? Wait, everyone's seen it, right?
Everyone here, yeah.
So spoiler alert. So like Han Solo dies. Like how long can we be like, oh yeah, man, it sucked when he died? Like
I'm not
another
convinced he's dead.
few
No, I'm
months.
kidding.
No, but seriously, when he fell down,
Yeah.
like you know that when
Oh,
like
he's
Luke
dead.
fell down, he got in the
But
Millennium
he had, not
Falcon
been,
or
he
whatever.
had not been stabbed through the entire
the
torso.
chest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think
burned his body
He's
apart.
dead.
For a movie that big with as many
It could've
shows have been available, if
cauterized
you haven't
on
seen
the
it
way
within the
out.
first 4 weeks, then it doesn't matter enough for you.
It's
for
your
it to
own
be
fault.
important.
For you to care too, whether or not somebody spoils it for you.
Yeah, so I had that moment spoiled for me. I was talking to Chris Last, one of our fellow improvisers.
Oh, dude.
Just like, have
You
seen
hear this,
Star
Chris
Wars?
Last? This is your fault.
I know.
heard it's pretty good.
Oh no.
And he's like, yeah, it was cool. Like, there's just a lot of like the old sort of Star Wars tropes. It's it's sort of a lot of callbacks and felt very warm and a lot of memories and just like. But there's some times when there's like, when there's a bridge with no railings. I mean, Han, come on, you got to know something bad's gonna happen, right? And I was like,
Oh, John.
mother effer.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Chris, I haven't seen the movie. And he was just like, even whiter than he normally is.
So he vanished. Vanished into the white wall.
Transparent.
Chris Last is a funny guy.
Yeah, he is.
I like his hair. I want to run my hands through it.
Carrot top.
He would probably let you.
All right, guys, it's freestyle rap time.
Oh,
We
you-
Oh
always-
my God.
This
We
is where I
always-
excel.
We always end the podcast on freestyle rapping, and it gets highly inappropriate when I rap.
More inappropriate than our fucking conversation.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Have you ever heard Kelsey rap? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It's like
so
dirty limericks.
anyone can pick up at any time. Obviously, I don't need to be the one that starts, but I need to find the right beat here. Hold up.
Oh, there's good. There's a beat because no,
Oh, here we go.
I can't do that.
It's DJ Stack.
Tell me if you're feeling this one or not.
Not yet. When's it gonna drop?
So
Oh, uh-oh.
it's
Don't miss
President
it.
getting jiggy here, telling y'all constituents out there to get fucking.
Get fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You know how it is. You never had sex before, and you're trying to convince everybody else.
fucking.
It's time to fuck.
Everybody fucking. Everybody fucking.
King of the free world.
Yo, Mr. President, it's me. How do I have sex without my knees? They got blown off in Vietnam. My dick doesn't work, and I really like my mom. What do? I'm fucked up, yo. You're my president. Give me some blow. That's right.
All
Cocaine.
right, bro. I'll tell you what to do. You need to take off one shoe, and then the other, and then all your clothes, and get to fucking all of your bros and those hoes. And what they do, they'll start to fuck you too. Now you know that you do everything fucking right on through.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking. Everybody fucking.
Yeah.
Greatest president that we've ever had.
Mr. President, I'm from the right, and I'd like to talk to you about my wedding night, because I'm holding out till I have the sex, because I don't want I get from God a cursed vex. That's right, that's a thing that's bad, and I don't want to have it till it's been had once or twice, or maybe even thrice, but I don't know how. How do I make it so nice?
Let me tell you, son, here's how you get it done. You're fucking with me right now. That's number one. And if you don't do that, well then, I got your back, and that's cutting you some slack. I'm saying that you're fucking, no matter what you do. Even if you just go poo. That's fucking too. So, don't delay. Got a new beat. It's okay.
Yo.
Belinda Fu about to slay.
I got a question for the man. Answer this one. If you can, it's the land of the brave, land of the free, but land where you can pick up an STD. So tell me, Mr. President, about this rash. What do? I ain't got no cash. I want it gone. You tell me how. I want the answer, and I want it now.
All right, you need to relax. It looks like your brain is feeling taxed. Let me tell you, fucking ain't what you think. Maybe you just need a drink so you can ease your mind and unwind, 'cause it's time to realize that anything to your surprise is fucking. That's what's in my eyes. Can't you see it so clear? Just get to fucking, no fear.
Fucking, yeah.
No, fucking no fear. Everybody's fucking in America. No fear.
Everybody fucking.
That was beautiful. Let's do another one here. Let's see. Doopy doopy doo.
So I was born in Federal Way.
F-dub?
That's where the aquatic center is.
It's correct. It was built for the Goodwill Games.
It's where the Federal Aquatic Center
I think
is.
back in like 1990. Remember the Goodwill Games when
No.
they had those?
No.
The Goodwill
wasn't
Games
here.
were like the substitute Olympics.
Why did they have them? Was it the
I don't
Cold
know.
War?
There's other ways other people could, other athletes could participate maybe.
And this is like
I don't know.
before, like they went to the every 2 years.
Yeah,
Olympics
the Goodwill
so-
Games were very short-lived.
Yeah.
I remember I worked at Starbucks at the time, and like we had these T-shirts that was that were celebrating the Goodwill Games, and one of the words was spelled wrong, and it like meant something, foul, apparently.
Oh, it said bay,
No, it didn't
No
say
kidding.
bay, but it was something.
which means poop in Danish.
Oh.
Does it?
Yeah.
Is that
I
from,
learned how to
Nick?
say.
So y'all stop saying bay, please.
Hey, poop.
I know how to say beer and cigarettes in Finnish. It's haljan. So beer is haljan.
Finnish, is that Finland?
Finland. Yeah. Thank you. Call back.
back.
It's haljan kaljan is like a beer, and Tupac Yaski is cigarettes.
Tupac.
Kalyan Tupac!
All right, 1 second. My internet's having an issue here. Let's do this though.
Internets. Oh, Greg can beatbox.
Yes, I can.
Drop the beat stack.
I can. I mean, cannot.
Come on. This is good podcast. It's fantastic podcast.
Kelsey, what's the most bizarre thing you've rapped about in your rap sessions?
Dude, you were like a boat in an oar and I was a little girl on the shore and I was like a white
What?
supremacist. Like, that was fucked up. Oh,
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
dicks. Hold on a second, but bees.
Say dicks.
Hold on a second, bees.
I on the mic, dropping feats of the mouth.
That's nice, Brian. Got like bass rumble on that.
Do you have good internets, John?
I do not. I could not look up the word.
We got Muzzal Wells.
Muzzle.
Muzzal.
I've got a one
Things
bar
are-
of 4G here.
Real live.
We have all the beats we need.
I want to get to the point where I can beatbox and say
Make sounds.
Rap
Yes.
at the same time.
yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
a great YouTuber that does it,
Mhm.
and he plays a lot of Call of Duty. And like
Oh.
he'll like be playing the game, and as he's doing, he's like, "Good kill." Like it's
Yeah.
really like I don't know how he breathes.
He's cool.
I'm sure he's destroying his vocal cords. Like just
Or he's got super sperm vocal cord style. You know, like he's
Super
he's
sperm?
worked it out.
Super
Well,
sperm.
like I'm saying, you can work it out. And,
sometimes I worry about my children, the unborn in my sack. The only time I can get them out is when I get a filthy whack. Gotta work the factory, don't get factory. Gotta get back to me. Gotta get sack story from my nuts to your womb.
Hey, John, it's me. One of your balls. I gotta start making the calls. I say, hey, there's not enough sperm to stay here all day. You gotta tone it down. You're acting like a clown, getting your makeup on the ground. You need to put that shit in its place.
Yo, John, it's me, your other ball, Saul. I hang down here. I like it when you go to the mall and buy clothes that fit really tight because you gotta reach down and touch me and make me feel alright. Also, you got some bad rash. It's on my bottom side, and I call it my stash. That's right, I scratch it too with my little tiny hand. They call it that little tiny growth. Looks like a rubber band. Touch me, please. I'm your left ball.
Take
Don't-
care of Saul.
Lefty and Saul, I'm sorry for my bad. I didn't think of all the troubles that you guys had. A rash, an owie, you don't got no sperm. Oh, I feel like a little earthworm with all of the troubles that I put you through. I ought to give you a rest. I'll hold you when I take a two. So I give you a cuddle with my palms. I put you together and then I give you some alms as a way of apologizing for the trouble that I've caused. Let me take about you. Let me take a jerking off pause.
Talking to your ball sack. Talking to your ball sack.
Jerking off pause.
Talking to your ball sack.
Jerking off pause.
Hey, it's me, the big guy in the middle. Why don't you just give me one little wiggle? Who cares about Lefty and Saul? I'm the one you need to do when you wreck the mall. By the mall, I mean a lady friend. You don't need those balls, just get me in. And I'll do my thing, and I'll fit my stuff. I'm gonna get it, and get it rough if I have to. That's the way I get it done.
Yo, my name's Sally. I'm a woman and I don't appreciate what you're saying. My vagina is a present to the world, you see. And I also like to go pee out of it. That's right. That's where it comes out. I know everything and I study indigenous trout. That's what I do for a living. I'm a smart fucking woman. You coming up to me with your dick and you're spewing all your weird sperm and shit on me. Fuck you, boys. I'm not here to hear any of that noise.
John, I apologize. Sally made me see the light. She's the one who's talking about everything and making it right. So, let's not fuck. Let's just hang out and be friends and hope for luck that maybe someday we'll fall in love, we'll make a baby, and we'll make some grubs. But only if she wants to, and she asked. Then we'll go to the beach and in the sun we'll bask.
Get to fucking.
Get to fucking on the beach.
Get to fucking.
2016. Feminism and reach.
Get the fucking.
Get the fucking.
Get to fucking.
Get the fucking.
Remix.
Get to fucking.
Get to fucking.
Still 30 seconds left in this
Oh,
song.
yeah?
There's plenty of time
To
Something
get it
go
on.
wrong.
My
Oh.
name is Maybe, or I'm an egg, man. I don't like where this been going. I want some of that big giant sperm. I don't want any little skinny earthworm. I need a sperm that's big and strong. So don't make me wait, not wait this long. Work it out. Work it fast. Work it in the front
Work
Naked.
it in the back.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks.
shit.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do just one more, then we're done. I always like to do 3.
Oh.
Let's do
I don't know, that was pretty
the
prime.
cleanest rap that's ever happened on the Spankatron.
Oh my god,
podcast.
dude. All right.
Sanitary rap. A sanitary rapkin. Ba-doom, bam.
That's
I'm
our first
done.
album.
Sanitary.
You're done. You just get up and leave. You're
Sanitary,
like,
yeah, I'm done.
Getting out my antibacterials.
that mouthwash.
Clean, minty fresh.
My Kirby vacuum. It's like we're all afraid to be clean. It's like inside of us there's someone that is mean. What do we do? Should we talk to the dean? He's usually got advice, know what I mean?
I'm the dean, listen here. Don't have to be dirty at all. Just say the things that you want, but edit them a little. That's all.
Okay. I get your call. I guess I'll just, if I want to say something, like, I won't say it.
Hey, I'm kinda sick here. Been laying in bed all day. I've been drinking nothing but beer. I feel like my liver's got cirrhosis or whatever that's called, and one of these days I think I might just go bald. I gotta eat that vegan diet, yo. I'm talking about no fish, only Oreos, cause they are made of vegan stuff, and I eat them by the bucket. And when I go to church, I scream out, yo, Jesus, fuck it!
Hey,
That's not clean.
That's not clean at all.
Really?
Yeah.
hey.
You remind me of that ball saw.
Hey, I know how to keep this rap real clean. We can talk about the film we just saw on the big screen. We
Hey.
can rap about Leia and Kylo Ren and the thing that happened on the catwalk. You know when poor Han Solo took it in the gut with red. Fell off the ledge, probably landed on his head. What? I don't know if I believe it all. That big earthquake ran through it all. They were standing on the opposite side, those two. What are the chances? Him and you.
That shit's legit. Seemed like a Michael Bay moment, if you wanna be real. Lil pulled me out a bit of the story when that happened, when that big damn crack broke them in two. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I think they'll meet again in a later film. Something tells me that the story isn't over, yo. I can't rhyme with film that quickly, you see. Couldn't get the Rolodex going for me.
The question is, are they sisters or cousins? What's gonna happen? My brain's buzzing. How we gonna know who's mom and who's dad? Whose genetics each of one of them had? What the fuck? He keeps running out on me. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, it's a drop.
Who's genetics? It's ephemeral.
The eagle drop.
It's one of them slow fade rap songs.
So there.
One
What
more
rhymes?
song.
What rhymes with film?
Kiln?
No.
No.
I thought like being a one syllable like
Tumor.
simple word
Ilm.
film be easy to rhyme with, but I was like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yelm?
nothing.
Tilm.
Film.
Hillman? City?
No. Silm. Milm. Nothing rhymes with film.
Flick? I know what rhymes with flick.
Yeah, no things. Tons of things rhyme with flick. Yeah, set myself up for failure there.
Oh, there's words in this one.
Yeah.
Kelsey's hoping for a full rap, drop a verse.
He's hitting us with beats like a dirty curse. He's unsatisfied that we didn't get too dirty. Now he's bringing music that's getting really flirty with
Yeah.
the brains and sucking us in so that we'll say dirty things from our mouth. We'll say things like "Boop," and boopity beep and drop another one right in your boop.
Yo, you kinda sound like R2-D2 right now. I kinda wanna take you out and show you my prized cow. Hey R2, you wanna come with me? My cow's name is Bessie and she likes to have you touch her teats. Hey R2, you're my very best friend. I like it when you poke me in my rear end. You know, just like a joke when I'm walking through the mall. You poke me in the butt and you say beep beep boop boop ah.
I know what Kelsey wants to see in a flick. He wants to check out some big Wookiee dick. That's what he wants to see on his plane. He wants to get fucked right out of his brains. Yeah.
Wookie dick.
Chewie, just do me. Chewie, just do me.
Can you rap like that?
I've never done it before, but if I did, this is what it would sound like.
Chewie, I love you just the way you are. I like it when we hang out at intergalactic bars. You know, I shot first, you were right there. I killed that guy named Guido. Wait, is that a racial slur for Italian people? What was that guy's name?
Greedo.
Guido. Yeah. I'm sorry about that, Italians listening to this podcast right now.
Yeah.
But all I want to do is hang out with my best friend right now.
It's better that way, I promise.
I can think of all these fun ways to make up words that are dirty in ways. Like, I want someone to take me out for fun with Poe Dam Lee and his really big gun. Or maybe Finn could make a good night taking a swing with that saber of light. Yeah, there could be some good times on the Death Star. Take all those bows and go real damn far. Woo! Dirty Star Wars. Woo!
X-Wing marks the spot.
Dirty Star Wars.
X-Wing marks the spot.
Oh, and you know who I bet would also be really great, but then now you'll never find out because the rhyme ran out. The music ran out.
Whoa! That's not fair.
Another
And
one.
next week on that's it. That's all you get.
And we'll find out someday.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. You guys have any plugs? Anything coming up you want to plug? Pluggity pluggersteins? Yanni, you got anything?
I'm running for president.
And what's your
already-
platform?
I've already got my platform laid out. I don't want to give it away. I want to be pretty subtle about it. I'm
it's
not
a-
sure people are gonna react well.
It's a
to
big
it.
180 from the one child only policy.
Exactly,
Let's go that way.
Which they isn't it now children?
Two childs.
Two childs left behind.
The motto
I think
is
the act.
"Go Wilds, two childs."
two childs.
Wait, what policy was that?
In China.
Oh, sorry, China.
One
I
kid.
thought you were talking about some American platform. I was like, what? Who said that?
Ted Cruz's new platform. I'm gonna be at the Seattle Boat Show on Sunday.
Really?
Will you be doing improv there?
Nope, I'm just looking at boats with my friend.
Oh, friends with boats.
Friends with
The
boats.
boat
all
show
need
is something
friends.
crazy. That's insane how many awesome boats are there.
Yeah.
Like
Oh!
$1 million boats.
Speaking of boats, did you guys see Paul Allen's 303-foot yacht destroyed 80% of this 14,000 square foot protected coral reef?
I heard
What?
about that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But I heard what he's
Whoa.
saying is that like the port authority directed him to anchor there, and then when they realized what was going on, they pulled their anchor up, but still like
No.
80% of this
80%,
fucking reef
yeah.
is gone.
Where?
14,000 square foot in the Caribbean. Or no, off the Cayman Islands.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
no.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay.
Oh.
Good plug.
One boat destroyed 80%.
Because their anchor and their chain were like dragging along or something, just
Oh.
ripping shit
Oh,
out.
and then that stuff's like living. So it like
Son of
Well,
a
not
kills,
anymore.
It kills it.
bitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that's
just sucks.
horrifying.
Yeah. So I'll be doing that next week.
Destroying coral
Destroying
reefs.
coral reefs.
On my own reef.
For that?
A
In the name
reef
of
destroyer.
Paul Allen. feeling
Where's
go
Captain
Hawks.
Planet when you need him?
Belinda, what do you have
Yes.
going on? Pluggy.
I got Truth or Dare coming up
When is that? Is that Saturday?
Saturday night at 8:30. Yep.
What's the premise of that?
It's like playing that childhood game of Truth or Dare, except the audience is playing it with the performers on stage. So you get the challenge to tell different truths about your own personal life, which can sometimes you feel really vulnerable, but can also just be very really sweet and hilarious at the same time. And you also get dared to do things with your fellow improvisers. Nothing
Weird
like
and like
that.
sexual.
No,
Yep.
you don't get to fucking dares. But some of them, for example, would
Not
be do a scene in which all your fellow improvisers try to make you look bad, something like that. Or
Okay.
what are other ones that I'm forgetting right
I
now?
got dared to do a
only
scene
been in the
where
show once so
Oh.
far, but
I remembered something.
yeah, I had to go and hit on someone like I would do in real life.
oh, interesting.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, I got one where I was dared to. I had to do a scene in which my character firmly believed something which I absolutely do not believe.
Oh, I was in
had
that
one
show.
too.
That's
you
got to
were
be
in that one.
interesting.
Yeah, it's challenging. Oh, you did. I heard you had a great scene about abortion.
Oh no, it was vaccination.
Oh, vaccinations.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, vaccinations and abortions. Yeah, yeah.
It's a fun show, though. Truth or Dare. It's actually really fun.
Yeah, it's really great.
I wanted to be available on Ford on Friday, but did not get cast. So I was like, oh, I really like the show.
Oh.
Sad poo.
Is it Saturdays before theater sports?
It's
Yeah.
Fridays and Saturdays at 8:30.
It'd be funny if it was after theater sports at like 12. 12:30. Like, stick around.
Or a late night show.
Greg, Stackhouse, what do you have, dude?
This weekend I'm actually off, but I did just get cast in Jana Hutchison's new Danger Games show,
Cool.
which will be showing up. It's kind of a dystopian future. Hunger Games is certainly inspired the show. I'm not going to say you're going to come see an improvised Hunger Games, but and maybe you will, because we haven't even had our first rehearsal yet. So kind of a hero's journey type show, and that opens up in April, so you have plenty of time to think about that.
Is that at UP or Jet City?
That's at UP.
UP.
Great cast.
But it does involve some improvisers that are not UP cast, so it'll be fun to work with some new people,
That's awesome.
and even some of the new people that I haven't worked with in our own company yet. So we're a huge company now, so
Yeah,
you can exist in one company and still not work with someone who's been here for 4 months. It's pretty weird.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's awesome, though.
but that's coming up, and other than that, just like regularly in our shows when available.
Theater sports and just other stuff.
Yep.
Awesome.
Mazzal.
Wellsington.
Muzzal.
Yep. 10:30 this Saturday, but
Theater sports.
Theater sports.
Theater sports.
Woo woo.
Me and Chris Last are working with some improvisers, putting together shows in March. I think we have some going on down at the Pocket Theater.
Oh,
Is
nice.
this the Belltown?
We've become the Sophisticated Shimmy. So we're now the Sophisticated Shimmy. And yeah, we do short form and maybe some long form. We just play around, keep our skills sharp.
I think I saw you guys at the Pocket like a month ago.
Yeah, you did.
You guys were the very first show of the new year.
Yeah,
That was really funny.
that was cool.
I love how many little groups, little spin-off groups there are in Seattle. Like, I mean, you guys are involved in stuff, and other groups like that. I just love hearing about that. Like some of our improvisers at our own company are going to do a show at the Pocket this weekend. It's Woody Allen inspired show, which we did a run of back at our theater a couple months ago. But they liked it so much they did kind of a smaller breakout group of just 3 people.
This is Tony.
And that's
Tony
Tony
Paul.
Levy and Jacqueline.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jacqueline. I'm gonna terrify your name.
Schinzel.
Schinzel.
Yeah.
Schinzel.
It's not Schnauzle.
I think it's Muzzal.
Schnizzle.
Yeah.
Muzzal.
Schnunzel.
She was in 2 of my classes, and
Schinzel.
I still cannot say her last name. It's pretty embarrassing. I think I probably asked her 7 times, like, say it again. Schinzel. I think it's something like that. Yeah. It's just tough. It's one of those words you look at and go, "There's way too many consonants there."
Cool.
Yeah.
I got nothing coming up.
Aren't you in Tribe?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Final
was in-
round of
It's
Tribe
this
has spoken.
weekend, right?
I unfortunately
win.
I never get sick, and this last year I've been sick like 4 times, like with a bad cold in like 3 months. So I'm like, what the fuck? So last weekend I was sick, I couldn't make it, so I had to like forfeit my place. But we get to come back this weekend, all the people that were like kicked off, and like vote for the final 2.
So who's the final 4?
I think the final 4 is Jason DeLeo, Dan Zertucci,
Yep. Tiffany.
Mata, and Tiffany.
I want Mata to win it all.
Oh, that'd be great.
She's really funny, dude.
Yeah.
She's super funny.
I had a hard time watching that show because it was brutal. I've been doing improv for a long time, and you can see like Elizabeth got voted off the night I was there, kind of by weird accident, and she didn't care. She was laughing, but and Mata was going to be voted off, like they were reading her names off, and I was paying very close attention to her, and even though she was a good sport about it, you could just tell like that kind of hurt your feelings a little bit,
Yeah.
like I can't imagine going back in time and like being a new improviser and being voted off an improv show.
It's different. It's definitely
the show
hard.
it was brutal for me to watch as someone who's just like no. And
It goes against the spirit of it in a way. And
Yes,
like
it
the
absolutely
first
does.
week that we were there, everyone on my team like unanimously voted off Mario, and I feel so bad because like he was sitting next to me and I was like, we were all like holding hands, kind of joking, and like he was like breathing really hard and like this like cold sweat, and every time his name got called he was like breathing even harder, and like I gave him a hug afterwards. I'm like, I'm so sorry, like you look really funny, I'm really sorry. And he's like, it's okay. And I'm like, do you want to come out with us and like get some drinks and hang out? He's like, sure. And then as we're all leaving, I'm like, you coming? He's like, I've just had a really long day. And I was like, fuck.
Aw.
And I know that Tiffany got some flack from someone that she voted off the week one. And so Tiffany's been like,
just
I felt bad all week.
That's just it. I think it was Jason saying, we should do that show at UP as a Manchester show, and I was like, the only way I will ever do that show is if I can write my own name down. Like,
Totally.
only if I can vote myself off stage will I ever do that show, because
That's rough.
I just could not be like, you know what?
So weird.
Yeah, Brian sucked tonight, or like I want to win so bad I'm gonna write Brian's name
Yeah,
down.
right.
And I didn't dislike the show. I thought it was a really fun format. The thing was fun, but it was just like I felt so anxious the whole time watching it
Yeah.
for other people.
Well, it's like that too for a lot of the UP North shows where there's like voting off, or gosh, I'm trying to think of some of the like Womb Escape or something, where the audience has to vote at the end, and even if there's like a clear feeling in the air, the audience is never pumped to be like, oh yeah, this is the one that I want to. So it like kind of goes back and forth between if you're clapping because you liked it or you're cheering or voting for.
Well, Parker and Elizabeth like were hilarious and took it really well. I guess it's just like going in and having no expectations and no attachment to winning. It's just getting voted off just because you're either like a good player or whatever.
Right.
I don't think Parker enjoyed being voted off, though. I mean,
He didn't, but he also like wasn't like pissed about it.
No,
He
no,
wasn't
no.
like going on and on, but he
I
was.
hope no one was pissed about it, but
Yeah.
it's just yeah. Anyway,
I know that my improv ego would not be able to handle that show. It would just feel too weird to me. Like, I love that about theater sports, that we all know that the scores are like whatever. It doesn't really matter who wins or doesn't. We joke about it. Like last week, we're like, we got robbed or whatever, but we don't really care about who wins. So that would be not
it's
an
hard.
enjoyable experience. Oh.
Maybe your ego should be deflated a little bit then.
I think it's
You gotta
my ego probably needs to be inflated a little bit in order to it's the opposite problem. Yeah, there's not enough there, I think, to sustain that. So yeah.
All right, well, guys, thanks for being on.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it so much. And till next time. I don't have a sign-off phrase. What do you guys think the sign-off phrase should be? Really quick.
I don't know.
but,
Get to fucking.
Get to
yeah,
fucking.
get
That's a pretty good one.
Spankatron 5000.
Get to fucking.
See you next week and get to fucking.
I'm Walter Cronkite.
there are those who are spanked and those who do the spanking. Make sure you are the one that you want to be.
There you go.
Spankatron 5000.
Dude, coined it.
Yeah.
All right,
Sure,
I'm
it's
going to
work
hit
in progress.
stop
Peace
recording
out.
now.
Do it.
Bye.